So didn't explain to me anything about it. So when I did it, it was used in the way it was used. Y'all seen?
Okay, so what you're telling me doesn't make any sense.
Sean.
All right, could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Andrew Harris Salem.
defense?
Dave Rodriguez for Gonzalo Garcia.
And are you Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand you're charged with credit card or debit card abuse as a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you wish to proceed with?
This is where things get interesting. The defense is pushing for deferred adjudication, basically a second chance without a formal conviction if Garcia behaves. But here's the catch. It's up to the judge's mercy. What do you think? Should first-time offenders get that kind of leniency? Or should the system be tougher?
Sentencing?
We do.
All right. The state is silent on his application for deferred. Why should he have deferred?
Your Honor, Mr. Garcia has zero criminal history since very first offense. This was a property crime, so it was not a crime of violence or a crime involving any sort of drugs or alcohol. That's why I'd like for this young man to get one chance to keep his record clean.
All right. Why?
Your Honor, I
Yes.
apologize for interrupting. If I may, I have
Yes.
his criminal history. If you would like to see it for yourself.
Yes.
And
Do you have criminal history?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been arrested?
No, ma'am. There is always a mix up when it comes to me and my father. So hopefully it's not just they're fighting off my dad's stuff.
All right. So you've never been arrested? Okay. All right. If you give that back to the state. So why did you do this?
As I've said before, it was big misunderstanding between me and the person who gave it to me.
What do you
Which
mean?
would-
Okay, let's start here because I like to go in order.
So,
So who gave it to you?
so previous conversation, I knew the credit. Me and Carl were talking previously.
No. Who gave you the card?
Carl through an envelope with nothing else besides here.
Okay, so continue.
So when he gave it to me, he didn't tell me anything. He said then all he said was, fill this out, go about your job. So while I was in the work van, I popped it open, was filling out things. 2 questions popped up. I clicked one of the options and proceeded to fill it out the way it was already done. It already had my social, my email already pre-fabbed into it. So I'm assuming without my knowledge and telling me, hey, I'm getting you a credit card, did so. Didn't explain to me anything about it. So when I did it, it was used in the way it was used. Y'all seen?
Okay, so what you're telling me doesn't make any sense. So I just want to make sure that I'm understanding you
That's-
and that we don't have a breakdown of communication. So you're saying that Carl gave you a credit card
Yes.
and he told you to take it and fill it out.
Yes.
So you filled it out on a computer.
On my phone through the American Express website.
All right, so you filled it out through the American Express website. And when you logged in, your name and everything.
All my information was pre-fabbed filled out because it was to activate the card.
All right, so what transactions do you think you were supposed to have with this card?
So with little understanding and the conversation we had was to help me build credit. I don't know how that works on the business aspect because finding out the business card after the whole situation, that was that. Me, the way people explain to credit to me was you use it and you pay back either in full amount after use or monthly on the minimums. That's my only thing on how I took for credit cards. Like I'm saying, new to credit, never understood all this. So for him,
So
to
let me
try
ask you
something-
this. Was your name on that credit card?
Yes, ma'am. It said my name, and then right below it, that's when it says that's the below part that said or general OGCC. I know it's Orion General Contracting.
All right, this doesn't make any sense to me what he's saying.
That's exactly what the police said because they were confused on both ends.
No, I mean, I'm not confused as far as what the police report is saying. What the police report is saying is that you were using this credit card for your personal items, not for business. So it says, Carl said Gonzalo has been employed with him for approximately 2.5 years and is authorized to use the business card for business expensive purposes. So can we agree that what you used the card for was not business expenses?
Yes.
All right, so then that's off the table. We now know that the card was used for things other than business expenses. So I don't understand why he is confused and he thinks that he had permission to use it for personal items.
I think he was confused that since his name was on the card and his name came first on the card, he thought he was an authorized user for whatever purposes as long as he paid the bill on that card. This is a person who's never owned a credit card, doesn't really get how it works, but he was thinking it was also his card, not just strictly a company card. It was a card where he could make purchases as long as he paid the bill.
Boom. That's the breaking point. He admits he didn't pay anything yet. Even if his intentions were innocent, the law doesn't care about confusion when there's a financial loss involved. This moment right here shows how a misunderstanding can turn into a felony overnight. Would you call this a crime or just poor judgment?
Bill on the card.
And was he paying?
Hadn't got the chance to pay because
All right, so
everything's
the answer to
filed.
that is no, you didn't
No,
pay?
no, ma'am.
The charges were brought before the first payment was due.
All right, so then the question becomes, does he want a jury trial?
No, he understands that the personal purchases that he made need to be paid back, and that's part of the deal. And that's why we're asking for adjudication to give him a chance to pay back the things that he charged to actually pay for those things.
Well, the indictment says that he confesses and admit, you have the usual on and about dates. And in Bexar County, Texas, that with intent to fraudulently obtain a benefit, he used a credit or debit card, namely American Express card, with knowledge that the card had not been issued to him. So his name is on the card. Doesn't that mean it's been issued to him?
I think you can have a company credit card with an individual's name on it, but it's still the company card.
No, I mean, here comes the and part. The and part on it is with knowledge that the card was not used with the effective consent of the card holder. So the fact that it was issued to him, he's telling me it was legally issued to him. The only question is about the use of it.
Correct.
And he is saying that he thought he was using it appropriately.
Yes, ma'am. That I'm doing. I do. At
How-
the time,
How far did you go in school?
How far did I go to school? Out of school.
And you're telling me you don't know how credit cards work?
No, my family has never had good credit, so they never had credit cards. No one in my close vicinity, no uncles, no aunts, nobody. So for this being the first time having to do with anything credit related, new concept. My mom can't tell me anything about it because she don't really understand. That's why I'm saying the basics, the layman's, what they told me is you use, pay back. That's the layman's of what my family said, but no one of them had credit cards before because none of them have scores enough to get credit cards.
All right, why didn't you talk to your employer if you didn't understand?
That probably should have been brought up from the start before the enrollment, but because I was brushed off, I just used. However, without further discussion, that right there would be my own negligence that I didn't discuss further with him. And I can't sit there and be like, "Oh, it's also his fault for not telling me," because both parties are in fault at that situation.
State, is there anything you wish to add as it relates to fact issues?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Are you currently employed?
Recently lost my job, but I'm working with Blue Ribbon Staffing Agency to work with HEB on their assembly line.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution And no contact. All right. Good luck to you. If you don't understand something, you have to let people know you don't understand. There's no shame. There are no such things as dumb questions. I always tell my student there's only one dumb question. You know what the one dumb question is? Not asking the question.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 012167. State versus Stephanie Lynn Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Irene Galloway for the state.
Defense?
Rochelle Savella for Ms. Gonzalez.
And are you Miss Gonzalez?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I would just ask that you follow the plea bargain. She has been in custody for almost, I believe, 5 years, or five
Yeah,
months.
5 years,
Sorry, 5 months, Judge. And so with that, I would ask that I know, obviously, I explained that she has to do the TAP evaluation. I would ask the court to allow her to get on probation and do that while she's out.
All right. So, how old are you?
I'm 36, Your Honor.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
18, 17, 13, 12, 10, 9, and 6.
So you say 18, 17, 13, 12, 10, 9, and 6?
Yes, sir.
And do you have custody of any of your children?
No, Your Honor.
So who are they with?
My aunt adopted them about 7 years ago.
Okay. So why was Child Protective Services involved?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because I was in a drug issues years ago. I moved to San Antonio 3 years ago. I've been living in my truck since then.
All right. So this offense is alleged to have, well, not alleged. I found that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. So this offense occurred September 2024. So how often were you using during that time frame?
I wasn't using. It was in my possession, but I haven't been using for 3 years.
So you were not using that day.
No, Your Honor.
So why do you have it in your possession?
It was meant to be sold,
Oh, okay.
to be honest.
All right. So is there anything else?
No.
All right. Do you think Esperanza Court is a place for her? Because I don't know who these other men who were with her.
Judge, I haven't asked her about the background, but I can certainly ask her, and I think that if it is appropriate, I mean, I do think that you can do the referral and we can do the evaluation.
All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. All right, we can go off the record. To be successful in this court, communication is key. Now, MRT, I said that you didn't need it, but obviously there are things that are going on.
Wow, this judge doesn't sugarcoat anything. That speech was raw truth. Tough love mixed with heartbreak. She's not just sentencing, she's warning. Imagine hearing that your choices could end with someone identifying your body in a field. It's chilling, but maybe that's exactly what some people need to wake up.
On with you because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children, and you don't have custody of any of them, and you still have not changed your ways. You were that person who was fruitful and you multiplied, and then somebody else took over the care of your children because you cannot get your life in order and you keep doing wild and crazy things. Let me just explain to you. I wouldn't say every day, but what will you think about it? Maybe once a week, there's some body that's found in a field, and then somebody has to go out and identify the body. And usually it's they overdosed, or either they're with bad people who are upset with them. So 1 or 2 things are going to end up happening in your life if you don't get your life together. Somebody is going to have to identify you in a field, or either you are going to be in somebody's prison for the rest of your natural life. Do you understand? If you don't want that to happen to you, you're going to have to change your ways.
Yes,
I always tell people, you know what? Life is so simple. If everybody would follow the rules, wouldn't be a problem. Like children, when the parents give them curfew, if they say the curfew is at 10, if they would just be at home at 10, there would not even be a problem. But no, they want to push it. So from here on out, you cannot be pushing in that line. You know why? Because you're looking at 20 years in the prison. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Joe.